Under the dim glow of Seoul's sleepless skyline, rumors about the resurgence of an actor named Yu Menglong began to drift like a cold wind between towering glass buildings. But this time, it wasn't the entertainment world or romantic scandals that followed him. A story of revenge, wrapped in secrecy and political intrigue, was drawing public attention. It all began when a mysterious informant claimed to have seen Yu Menglong's name appear inside a set of sensitive documents leaked to several independent media outlets in South Korea. The whispers intensified when investigative journalists in Seoul revealed that the documents contained fictional accounts of internal conflict within a powerful government structure. In those files, they described fictional tension between influential figures, including a leader portrayed as one of the most dominant personalities within the narrative's imagined government. Journalists noticed that Yu Menglong's name appeared as a symbolic reference to resistance, even though no one knew exactly how or why it was included in this fictional scenario. Meanwhile, inside a luxurious apartment in Gangnam, a well-known Korean drama producer admitted he was working on a secret project. He referred to it as a high-level political fiction series exploring the downfall of a powerful fictional leader brought down by hidden internal conflict. What attracted even more attention was the rumor that the protagonist was loosely inspired by the emotional journey of actor Yu Menglong, who had previously faced heavy public scrutiny. Fans began speculating that the project might represent a symbolic revenge. Not a violent one, but a creative expression born from emotional wounds, public pressure, and personal struggle. South Korea, with its thriving entertainment industry and freedom of artistic expression, seemed like the perfect stage for such metaphorical storytelling. As the speculation grew, an agency rumored to represent Yu Menglong released a short statement declaring that the actor was resting and not involved in any political project, fictional or otherwise. But the briefness of the statement only fueled more theories. Media analysts believed the silence was deliberate, hinting that something larger was brewing behind the scenes. Korean cultural analysts began interpreting the phenomenon as part of a shifting trend in the entertainment scene. In the past, political thrillers usually featured purely fictional characters. But now the audience sought darker, deeper, more emotionally charged narratives, stories that, although completely fictional, felt uncomfortably close to reality. Yu Menglong, once known only for romantic roles, suddenly became a symbol of someone rising against unseen pressure. Gradually, reports described how the upcoming drama would feature a protagonist who becomes a victim of high-level political machinations within the fictional world. The character discovers a dangerous truth capable of shaking the foundation of a fictional regime, turning him into a target. Forced to flee, he runs to South Korea, where the story unfolds. Many linked this narrative to real-life rumors, even though the writer emphasized that everything was purely fictional. The story implies that the protagonist no longer wishes to hide. His revenge would be delivered not through violence, but through truth, through voice, through art. In the script, revenge means revealing long-buried corruption. The drama promised to depict the downfall of a fictional ruler who had clung to power for too long, blinded by ambition. Observers noted that this trend emerged from the public's hunger for more mature drama themes. Stories not just about love or action, but existential struggles against oppressive forces. Korean dramas had explored similar ideas before, but none had blended international political tension with the personal battles of a public figure in such a symbolically charged way. Behind the scenes, the drama's director admitted he was inspired by the struggles of many Asian artists who faced cultural, political, or industry-related pressure. He wanted to create a masterpiece that would both entertain and resonate with viewers. The character loosely inspired by Yu Menglong served as a reflection of people who felt silenced by forces beyond their control. Meanwhile, Korean news portals noted the spike in online search trends. Many South Koreans were curious about the symbolic meaning behind the narrative. They wondered whether the drama was merely entertainment or a subtle critique of power within a purely fictional global setting. When the first teaser leaked, social media erupted. The scene showed a tired-looking man sitting by a hotel window overlooking Seoul, holding a secret document. A narration whispered, "Sometimes the truth needs no weapons, only courage to reveal it." The teaser sent shockwaves through online communities. Fans were even more convinced the character represented a fictional version of Yu Menglong. Although the face was not clearly shown, the silhouette and hairstyle sparked immediate speculation. Within hours, Yu Menglong's name trended across Korean social platforms for the first time in months. A communication professor from Yonsei University offered an interesting perspective. Using characters reminiscent of real-life figures in fictional political dramas often serves as a symbolic critique of authoritarian power. By giving the protagonist a relatable emotional struggle, the viewer becomes more deeply invested in the story. A Korean investigative podcast soon released a special episode discussing the drama. They emphasized that the downfall of the leader depicted in the series was entirely metaphorical and fictional. Nevertheless, the dramatic appeal of the plot captivated listeners, especially because it was associated with Yu Menglong's imagined emotional journey. More people grew curious about the project's creative process. Rumors suggested that several dialogues were inspired by fictional diary entries representing the protagonist, describing the fear and loneliness of knowing too much. The screenwriter refused to comment, only increasing the aura of mystery. Meanwhile, the Korean entertainment industry recognized the immense potential of the growing attention. Combining mystery, political tension, and the darker side of the entertainment world created an irresistible formula for audiences across Asia. The protagonist's emotional arc, culturally linked to Yu Menglong's struggles, only amplified public interest. In one leaked scene from the pilot episode, the protagonist is shown inspecting archived evidence of manipulation conducted by a fictional ruler. The moment was powerful, portraying determination and moral courage. Viewers felt it sent a universal message about the importance of truth. A respected critic later praised the drama as a work of art portraying one man's symbolic battle against oppressive power. He wrote that although the characters and events were fictional, the emotions conveyed felt painfully real and deeply human. Online communities exploded with theories about how the revenge narrative would unfold. Some believed the protagonist would expose a massive conspiracy, bringing down the fictional regime. Others speculated he would use art, perhaps a film or a song, to awaken the conscience of the fictional society. Soon the drama captured international attention. Media outlets in Japan, Taiwan, and Hong Kong began discussing it. They were fascinated by how an actor once embroiled in controversy had suddenly become the symbolic inspiration for a political fiction narrative. Over time, it became clear that the drama wasn't attacking any real government or person. It was a symbolic exploration of courage and emotional suffering, universal themes that could occur anywhere, depicted safely within a fictional world. Another scene shows the protagonist seeking allies he can trust. He meets a Korean journalist who helps him uncover crucial information that could change everything. Their partnership symbolizes hope and solidarity in the fight for truth. Audiences felt emotionally connected to the protagonist's journey. He was portrayed as someone who wanted a peaceful life but was dragged into political turmoil he never asked for. Yet he chose to stop running and start fighting back. His decision to fight using lawful and peaceful methods became the most inspiring point of the story. He pursued justice through the media and legal channels, showing that revenge doesn't require destruction, only the courage to reveal the truth. As the drama approached its climax, public anticipation soared. Viewers were captivated by the symbolic downfall of the fictional ruler, depicted as someone who had held unquestioned power for too long. Meanwhile, Yu Menglong's name, despite his lack of involvement, remained tied to the discourse. Fans felt that the narrative indirectly offered him emotional support without engaging in real-world political issues. It became a quiet homage to someone who had endured heavy pressure. When the final episode aired, Korea's online world buzzed with discussion. The drama ended with the protagonist standing on a press conference stage, revealing every fictional truth he had uncovered. He didn't appear angry or vengeful, only relieved. Viewers called it one of the most heartfelt endings in political fiction history. Its success marked a new era, where art could address deep emotional and symbolic themes without referencing real-world political realities. Many praised the production team's bravery in creating a story that felt relevant yet remained entirely fictional. In the midst of the uproar, one thing became clear. The symbolic revenge associated with Yu Menglong, though he never claimed it, had become a source of inspiration. It wasn't revenge meant to destroy, but revenge meant to rise, to speak, to heal through storytelling. In South Korea, where it all started, people continued discussing the drama long after it ended. It left behind a powerful message. No matter how oppressive fictional power becomes, someone will always rise to challenge it with dignity. Ultimately, the fall portrayed in the story belonged to no one in reality, but to a fictional ruler created to represent the corrupting nature of unchecked power. And the rise belonged to the protagonist, whose emotional journey reminded viewers of Yu Menglong's symbolic struggles. It proved that art can serve as a vessel for pain, hope, and courage without touching real political events. A symbolic victory that made audiences believe that revenge is, sometimes, simply the path to inner freedom.